I'm scared of dying.
I am not. No, that kind of sounds morbid a little bit. So a little context. I've struggled, and some of this is kind of actually because of my struggles with pornography, but struggled with depression and anxiety for a long time. I actually have, on more than one occasion, I have attempted to take my own life. I'm not there anymore. I'm much better. I went to some counseling for a while. I was on some medication for a while, but I've just, by the grace of God, He's pulled me through it. Sometimes a little bit of the depression or the anxiety will come back, but it's nowhere near like what it was, and I'm not anywhere near of that anymore. But I bring all that up to say that I've been in the mindset where I have kind of walked through that already and been okay with the idea of not being here. Now that's not saying that I want that. I believe now if I were to die that yes, I'd be in glory. I'd be with Jesus, but I still I enjoy my life here, and as long as I can, I'd like to continue it. I'm married, love my wife. We have kids, and I love seeing them grow up and being able to participate with that. I look forward to continuing to be able to go forward with that, to eventually, God willing, have maybe grandkids and continue to build relationships with friends and ministry and things like that. I want to help a lot more people come to Christ, and it's lots of stuff I still want to do. So I don't want to die, but I'm not scared of dying. Like Paul says, to live as Christ and to die as gain. And he was writing the letter to I think the Corinthians. If he lives, he gets to preach the gospel. If he dies, he gets to go be with Jesus. So it's a win-win.
To live is Christ and to die is gain.
I swear,
that's my father's favorite verse. We are gaining eternal life. We are gaining a new faith. We are gaining a new body. We are gaining everything. Not that being here doesn't have its joys, but to be with Him obviously is
the best. Yeah. I always say I can't wait to die. My mom hates it. I always say it's like, God, take me now. Not suicidal, but we're always saying.
But I get what you mean. I know what.
Yeah,
I get what you mean.
my sister and I. Yeah, we're always like, God, just come take us. Like, we don't want to be here anymore.
I look forward to the day where I see the saints gathered worshiping Christ, and I could cry about it. It is going to be so surreal and so beautiful, and death is just the way to get there.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it is. I think it's Tripley. He's a Christian rapper. He's got a lyric that says, I haven't listened to it forever. Death is just the doorway to take me to my faithful lover. I like that.
I fear losing my non-believer friends and family.
Yes, I do. I've got friends and family, both, that are not Christian. I think one of the worst things about it is I have family that I believe thinks they are, but they are not. And it's sad. I try when I can to preach to them, to share faith with them. It's a lot harder with people who I think they are than people who just don't think that Christianity is real. I think it's a lot harder to convince people that do believe in it that they are in error, but in error in such a way that their salvation is in question. But yes, I fear very much losing my family and friends that are non-believers.
It would be the greatest pain to go to heaven and not see your siblings there.
I mean, my dad isn't saved, and half my family are Catholic, and I can't imagine a more miserable place than away from the perfect creator of all things.
In John 6, Jesus says that of all those that the Father has given me, I will not lose one. And so God is faithful and just, and I trust God that He will save all of His people. I do pray for my loved ones who are unbelievers. I share the gospel with them, but ultimately I know it doesn't depend on me. Salvation is in His hands, so it's not for me to fear or worry.
I think our boy Calvin, I think that might not be his real name. I don't know, maybe it is. But if I had to bet, I would say that Calvin here is a Calvinist. Maybe not, but just this answer especially. Some of his other ones I think kind of maybe hinted at it a little bit too, but this one sounds like he's outlining unconditional election and perseverance of the saints.
In the Bible, it says that it's God's will for everyone to be saved. But at the same time, the truth is that not everyone will. When I was an unbeliever, I would always wonder, why are Christians always wanting to shove their beliefs down my throat? We know what the Bible says, that people will go to hell. And if we don't tell people about it, that blood is almost on our hands. And I do fear that there will be people that I know and love who won't ever come to God, but I know that there is still hope for them.
We'll have you put your masks back on.
Alrighty. Alright, so that is it for that video. This will probably be a little bit longer one. I know we're actually coming up on like an hour. And I don't know if I'm going to actually split this one up because I think it's good to keep it together. We'll see. I may end up splitting it, but good stuff. I'm thinking of maybe kind of splitting our stuff up like this. So do one day a week, do some kind of theology type stuff, and then another day of the week do social type stuff. I think this is good though because it shows as a Christians, how do you answer stuff like this? These are common questions that we're going to be faced with that we're going to have to have an answer for. The Bible says that we need to always be ready to give an account for why we believe, and I think that goes into not just why we believe, but why we believe what we believe. So yes, in Jesus, but there's a lot of conversations that we have that aren't even necessarily focused on Jesus, but if we know how to address the topic, we can end up pointing them back to Jesus. And we need to do it. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining in. Like the video. If you liked it, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, then make sure you hit the dislike button twice to really show us how much you disliked it. If you thought that was comical, then give us a like. Have some links in the description. I'll have a link to the original video here. We watched it pretty much entirety. So if you want to go watch it again, you can. But it's good stuff. I think I'll do some more reactions to some Jubilee stuff. They have some other good content. Some of it I've seen, some of it I've not. And maybe do some other reactions too, kind of along the way for some different type of content. So that's all we got. God bless.